Greetings. Hello. It's me again. Live. On Twitch. Of all places. Fancy that. Hey Cedric. Greetings. I've got a player called Account in my friends list. Now, unless I'm mistaken, I didn't have one yesterday, so it's possible that someone renamed themselves, although I'm not sure who that is. I don't know. I'm guessing they'll let themselves be known at some point. Until then... yeah, a name history would be nice. Because how am I supposed to know who they are?
Piece of cake.
Oh. Kronos, thank you very much for the 8-month resub with Twitch Prime. I appreciate that. Thank you. 26 hours remaining on Sigma. So today, tomorrow, and Tuesday for the remainder on the stream. And then any remaining after that will be done off stream, as is often done. Wednesday and Thursday streams will be a mixture of Junkensteins and Quick Play Classic, since I still need levels at that point. And then Saturday will be Quick Play Classic and then a bit of custom games for level 10k itself, when I'm just about to get there. So that'll be good.
Traveling to Route 66. Prepare to attack. Select your hero.
Can you not do that, Blizzard? I thought you'd fix that bug. Rude.
Tempest Fugit.
Damage amplified.
Mother knows best. Attack commences in 30 seconds.
I do not
I do not want
want to
a banana.
At least statistically, I've wasted less than
Just
Piece of cake.
delivered. Mother knows best.
Piece of cake.
Greetings.
Did someone say?
I just gotta ask them
5,
Someone
4, 3,
who you be.
1. Attack commencing.
Much better.
Okay. Ah, greetings, Citrix. Hello.
Protect us.
Enemy contact.
No, that wasn't right at all.
Rocks. Aw. Ba-da-bum. La 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 la. Ah! No! Nah, stop that, Mercy. Get out of here. Kill that, Mercy. Kill it! Kill it! Kill it! Stay undercover. Yeah. Hey! I was using my ult. How rude. Hold on. Hey, we need to push the payload. Push the payload. Push the payload. You know? Oh yeah. That's Sombra being electrocuted. Goodbye, Mr. Piggy.
Hello.
Click, click, clicky, click, click. Okay, there we go. Sorted.
Let's get you back.
Bum bum bum.
Let me get you patched up.
Hello.
Oh yeah. Rude.
The universe is
Oh yeah. Backing up. Wait for someone else to go first. Ooh. No, it's not sitting at all. It has no legs. It cannot sit. It has no arse to sit upon. Arse. Oh dear. Oh dear. Very rude. We got to kill them.
The universe is magnificent, isn't it? Enemies detected.
Rude.
That means it's playing again.
Maybe I'll just go all the way around.
Let's get this
Oh.
thing moving. Thanks.
Just like this. And shoot them in the butt. Yeah. Oh. Oh. No.
That music.
I think I opened up an avenue for attack there doing that. Oh.
Let's get you back in the fight.
Na na na. Just floating away on a floating what on a floating platform.
60 seconds remaining.
Unexpected but not unwelcome development.
Kill them. Ah, jeez.
That music. It's playing again.
Overtime.
No, don't touch comp these days.
We still need you.
Defeat.
Sure. I shall invite you, sir.
Play of the game.
Surrender to my will.
I've never been a big fan of highly competitive modes in video games. And competitive in Overwatch, I found, is no exception to that rule. I gave it a go, fair shake, but in the end, even that wasn't for me. What's in the box? Yes. 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 Just bouncing a basketball around. This queue is annoying. Let's find a game already. Yes. Jeez. Jeez. Let's watch some highlights. Oh.
Traveling to Volskaya in this.
Oh my god.
Prepare to attack.
Good.
Select your hero.
I mean, you could set your own goals, of course, but maybe you want to even up your hours a bit, maybe?
There is no obligation for
I
the
don't know.
universe to make sense to you.
Attack commences in 30 seconds.
Well, I suppose I'll be patching you up, as usual.
Five, four, three, two, one.
Another
Attack commences.
level 10. I was playing earlier today in a match with a level 2, and they were playing Widowmaker, and they were just shooting constantly. They were just using their sniper, but just shooting. Bam, 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 bam. They clearly didn't understand how to play Widow. And after that, they switched off onto Sombra. And they just ran around shooting people. They didn't really do much. They didn't seem very experienced with the game at all. It seemed like they were an actually new person rather than a Smurf, which is more unusual. On the same team, they had a level 1.
No, that
And although I didn't really see as much of them in terms of how they were playing, I still got the impression that they were new somehow. So yeah, that was interesting. Jeez. Oh.
Stardust to stardust.
I am at the objective.
I'll never get that back again, being a new player in Overwatch.
The objective is mine. Be quick about it.
Unless they release a whole new game, and even then, I'm already familiar with the universe and how everything generally works. So unless they massively change stuff, that new player experience for Overwatch is something I'll never get back. Unless I find a way of wiping my memory.
Retrieving the barrier.
And why would I want to do that? Yeah! Yeah, jeez. They all abandoned the choke. I think that did help us push in.
It's playing again.
So that's good.
60 seconds remaining.
Are we done here?
Activating the barrier.
Yeah, looks like A is ours. Alright.
Objective A captured.
I'm distracting them slightly. Is that enough distraction to be of any kind of legitimate use? Who knows? Yeah, Moira, you need to live. You want to help your team? No, no, shut up. No. Oh, no, no, sleepy dart. Ah! Jeez. Oh well. I'm being a nice distraction for them. For the rest of my team pushing in while I'm distracting them. Yeah, I think I did too. I keep forgetting to change it. But now is a good time, so let me copy how you spelled it. And then paste it in here. Come on, save.
Victory.
And then
level of the game.
Update the title. That should fix it. There we go. Thanks for reminding me. I was told a few days ago. I forgot to do anything about it. So. I guess time will tell, really, whether they do or not. I mean, it's probably no coincidence that Blizzard added the diamond border when they implemented Ash at the end of November, since that was only a few weeks after I actually met Jeff and made an impression on him in terms of my level. I told him I'd recently hit 7,000 and that definitely made an impression. So the fact that Diamond Border was in the very next patch was probably not a coincidence. So it's likely that when I hit 10k on Saturday, the news of me doing that may get through to them again and we might end up with a new border again. We'll see. Yeah, I could show you it without my face. Right. There you go. Face, no face, 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 face, no face. Yeah, nice. Bigger, smaller. If we could do a combination of bigger and then... Hey, excuse me. We do a combination of bigger and then... No face. No, wait. Ooh. There we go. You get a better view of it. Although it's still obscured in places. Ooh. There we go. No, they're on my chair. Physical.
There is no obligation for the universe to make sense to you.
The government here.
Yeah, Sigurd is good fun. Oh, it's done with it. After today, it's only 2 more days of Sigma on the stream. So.
Observe the barrier.
I give it a 3.
Locked.
Life is
5, 4, 3,
The better.
1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Hiya! Aww. Wait.
Activating the barrier.
Oh yeah, nice. Ooh! Look at how much health my barrier's got. None. Okay.
This is my will.
Ooh. Ah! Just a little bit. Ooh. No. I think the DPS queues will always be pretty terrible. Because just generally people don't want to care about playing as a team and would rather just shoot stuff. Right. There's no fixing that. Lol.
Elementary application.
It's a shooter. They want to shoot stuff, so they play DPS.
If only the answers were simple.
Maybe they could do competitive classic, which is quick play classic but quite competitive. Let's see how many people play that. That might help actually, because the people that don't care about team composition can go and play that mode, and the people that actually do want to win can play the regular comp, you know? So yeah, could work. Map or mode select. Oh yeah, that would make queues worse. Which is already a problem, so yeah, nah. A voting system is better than a queuing system, but the thing is, they'd have to change how the system works entirely. So basically, you'd match the teams up, and then the teams would then go into a sort of lobby where they vote on a map or a mode or something, and then you go into the game. That might work better, because there's no consecutive matches. You have to vote on the match you're going to play rather than the next match you're going to play, right? So maybe that would work better. Maybe it gives both teams a multiple choice. If you want to play this map, or this map, and they have to choose one. And then, you know, it's just selects from there. So there's still some randomness involved, some artificial selection. But the players still get a choice on the matter. Maybe that would be better, I don't know. You need to introduce some kind of selective choice, because otherwise you wouldn't get enough votes for anything to be of any significance. That would be a waste of time. My servants. Anybody seen Joe? Depends on which Joe you're talking about.
Play of the game.
No, there's no one here by that name. Another long queue because damage. What flag is May holding? The Hong Kong flag. Maybe I should colour it so it's more obvious. Should be red background with a white flower thing. Red. Yeah, okay. I'll add it. I'll make it red. Make it red with white, and then it'll look right. Bum ba bum 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 ba bum. Boop 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 boop. There we go. I'm gonna save that. Sweet. There we go. Sorted. I hope Blizzard give me a secret 10k border. Would be nice, but it wouldn't be very secret because it would be on display every day. Well, basically, we had a 100-year agreement with China where we'd give it back after the end of the agreement. If we'd chosen to keep it instead, that would have severely restrained UK-China relations, and it would have been difficult to keep a hold of it anyway because long supply lines compared to China being right there. So it wouldn't have been the best.
Now traveling to Busan. Prepare for battle. Select your hero.
You could change role after this match if you wish. I like how it's a player named Brexit saying liberate Hong Kong, right after we've just been talking about that kind of stuff.
There is no obligation for the universe to make sense to you.
My younger brother was actually born in Hong Kong because we lived there for a few years, so I think he's got dual nationality. Not sure though. Is he not? No.
Hong Kong was British when he was born.
Yeah.
He has 2 birth certificates.
2 birth certificates. Okay, that's what I was remembering then. Oh. Hello. Ow. Rude.
Stardust to stardust.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Take that, Anna. Let me kill Anna. No, let me kill Anna.
Haven't we done this before?
Experience feeling powerful, and I'm not even angry.
Walk it off.
I refuse.
Ow. Wow.
That music. It's playing again.
Oh dear. Well, that didn't go very well. Maybe we should try to get on the point. I don't think there's time. Oh, maybe there is. It's just not going to be very successful. Ah! Let me kill the Brigade. There we go. Okay, that worked. Alright, good. Nice. Well, I thought that point was lost, but apparently not. Hello, Walrus. What's up?
Orisa online.
Much excitement for 10k. Okay. Excitement. You slept good, shut. What? I think you just proved the opposite of what you're trying to say there, Walrus.
Lost.
That music.
Oh dear.
Score 0-1.
Why are your hands numb?
For optimal chance of survival, stay in range of my barriers.
Your window is open all night, so you were cold. Okay. Those are like the bike thingies from MOU3 in the spawn. Bike thingies? You mean these things?
Unexpected but not unwelcome development.
Pushes you around. Alright. Nineteenth. I just got a message about my level 10k, so I wanted to respond about that. Oh. Ah! It didn't work. I have to do it again.
Experience tranquility.
Hello! Oh, jeez. May is holding the Hong Kong flag because May has become a symbol for the Hong Kong protests. Oh yeah. At this point in the timeline, I'm expecting China to be a democracy. Or some better form of government than that. Right. minimum democracy, but there are potentially better ones in theory. Oh yeah. Well, the thing is, Valsha, we may be seeing the start of the collapse of the communist regime in China, with all this stuff with Hong Kong and Taiwan going on, with them trying to break away. I don't know if Hong Kong is going to end up trying to break away from China. At the moment, they're just asking for more democratic freedoms. But over time, it may become that. And if those kind of sentiments spread to mainland China, which is possible, then may lead to bigger change. It may not be immediate. It may take a while, but I don't expect the communist regime in China to last past the end of 2020 decade, so past the 2020s. In the 2030 onwards, I'd predict China would be no longer communist, but we'll see. This will ban my account. No.
Welcome to Jakarta.
Xi Jinping gets assassinated,
Select your hero.
or as you put it, Asianated. Who knows? Asianated.
There is no obligation. Assemble at this location.
You wanna change role?
I'm getting cooked alive in here.
Attackers incoming. 30 seconds.
Statistically speaking,
What makes them not
usually get most of my
communist,
team
in
back.
your opinion?
Who's counting?
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Stop the payload.
The greatest enemy is
We're up at level 999. I need one more XP to 10k and I have a power outage. I'll be annoyed, but I'd find a workaround.
Enemy turret sighted.
Equations were correct.
Well, the government of China is led by the CCP, the Communist
Enemy turret over there.
Party of China, right? Chinese Communist Party. They self-identify as communists. CPC is
Enemy turret ahead.
Enemy turret detected.
China can be classified as several different things, including republic, unitary state, socialist state, communist state, one-party state.
I'm not checking in.
I mean, communism in theory works well, but in practice does not. It's one of those things, right? That in theory it sounds great, right? everyone works towards the common good, and then everyone's effort is then equally dished out among everyone, so that no one is significantly ahead in any significant way. In practice, it doesn't work like that, and it's incredibly easy to corrupt the system and over time become authoritarian and oppressive, which is generally what happens every single time in countries that adopt communism.
Enemy turret ahead.
In a small group, that kind of philosophy can work well if managed properly. Because in a small group, it's easy enough to ensure things are fair, balanced, and work well, right? But in something like a country where you've got so many people, it's hard to ensure fairness. Then it starts to break down, and it becomes more and more unmanageable over time. You're starting to you continue to see that with China. The more people start to dislike the system and break away, the more extreme measures they have to try and rein them back in, and over time it becomes more and more of a problem. So it will reach a critical mass at some point where the actions that the government are taking are too much to bear anymore, and the people will have enough, and they'll do something about it.
That music. It's playing again.
If you wish to join me, if you wish to play with me, that's fine. You can do that. Government does Germany have? A democratic one, I believe. Oh yeah. Get rid of that. I believe democracy is one of the requirements of being in the European Union, yeah. There are a number of requirements that countries must abide by in order to be member states of the European Union. And government type is important, I believe. Well, USSR was around for a while but failed in the end. Same is happening to communist China, but China is in the modern age, which means they can make use of all modern technology, including things that
Simple arithmetic.
monitor civilians to quite an extreme extent. So their big brother tendencies are extreme, to say the least. It's I don't know enough about USSR itself, or really enough about communist China to say exactly which one is the worst.
Traveling to Hanamura.
You want to change from tank, Shedrick?
Select your hero.
Yeah, I know who Stalin is. Okay. What do you want to play? Healer? Alright. We'll re-queue Finn.
What about North Korea?
Yeah. They call themselves a democracy, but they're a communist society as well.
Oh,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Hollywood. Prepare your defenses. Select your hero.
Mm-hmm. Let's change my skin. Hmm. Well.
There is no obligation for the universe to make sense to you.
One of these days, someone's gonna put an end to you.
I invite them to try.
I think it was Stalin that said a single death is a tragedy. A million deaths is a statistic.
1. Attackers incoming.
Barrier in place.
Defend objective A.
Which, you know, is not completely untrue. But at the same time, that doesn't mean a million deaths isn't a tragedy. It certainly is.
Barrier unstable.
A mixture danger. I have bought some Overwatch League tokens in the past and earned quite a few free ones as well. Indeed, Sticky Dog.
Observe the barrier. Barrier's about to break. Barrier destroyed.
It's likely that Stalin didn't do what he did because he knew it was wrong. He did what he did because he thought it was right. Right? He believed it was the right thing to do.
Stardust.
Most people who do terrible things do think that what they're doing is the right thing. Unless they're the type of person that can't distinguish between right and wrong. There are those people that exist, but they tend not to hold any power.
Keep your heads down.
Yeah, psychopaths. There is a way, Walrus. Now, what's not always pointed out is that Hitler was a fundamentalist Christian. He believed in God and in the Bible. And there are parts in the Bible that tell you to
Is magnificent. Isn't
kill people that don't agree with your religion. There are those places in the Bible that say that. So you can use the Bible to justify any kind of homicide or mass murder you want, really. If they're not part of your religion, it's perfectly okay according to the Bible. And not only okay, but required by God. Right. Now, most Christians will completely ignore those parts of the Bible because they're immoral. But some people will think it's perfectly okay. And not only that, but I believe he had some rather bad experiences with Jews in the past. So that coloured his opinions somewhat.
that music?
Playing again.
So what he did, the things that he did, he believed, were the things that God wanted him to do, right? Of course, they were the wrong things, and he paid the price for doing those bad things in the end. The world is not as black and white as you'd think it is.
An unexpected but not unwelcome development.
Ah, damn. A lot of Christians will use that guy as a way of trying to make their opinions more reinforced and people's opposing opinions less strong. But in the end, they neglect to mention the fact that he was a Christian too. Right? They'll say, he believed in evolution, therefore evolution is wrong, right? No, that's a silly argument. Anyone can believe anything, whether it's true or not. That doesn't make it any less or more true than it already is, right? Doesn't matter who believes in it. It matters what the truth is. There really is no justification in doing that kind of thing, Walrus, ever. What do you do when you meet someone who does not believe in evolution? It depends on what their beliefs actually are. Most of the time, people who don't believe in evolution don't understand enough about evolution, and they've been taught false facts about evolution that make it sound less plausible. So most of the time, it's just a lack of education, and either an unwillingness or a lack of exposure to the actual facts. Some people don't want to believe in evolution, so they purposely educate themselves on false ideas about what evolution is and what it means. Other people are just ignorant to the facts, and if you revealed enough facts to them, if you showed them the truth, the actual, evidence for evolution and educated them on it, they'd be much more likely to believe.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Look after yourself out there. I get a
Religion is the enemy of science, and vice versa. They teach the opposite things. Religion says don't ask questions, just believe. And science says do ask questions, don't just believe. Right? Science is about asking questions constantly about everything and trying to figure out what is true. Religion says no. I'm going to tell you the truth. Don't question it. Yeah. Some people are just dumb.
Was near. I could feel it.
She's probably too gullible and watches a lot of silly YouTube videos. Or her parents do.
Objective lost.
Yeah.
Stardust to
Defense
stardust.
Objective B.
As long as... I think for some people, if they watch a YouTube video and it sounds like the person speaking knows what they're talking about, they assume it must be true. Even though... just because you sound like you know what you're talking about doesn't mean you actually do. Like, a lot of the time, people who just talk about they know what's going on with things, they actually don't. I'm guilty of that myself sometimes. I'll talk about a subject while not knowing enough about it. But a lot of people do that. But most of the time it's subjects that don't really matter and aren't completely wrong, like conspiracies, right? Yeah. When am I getting 42? Oh, very soon. Very soon.
Traveling to Havana. Prepare to attack. Select your hero.
I need 6 more levels, essentially. 6.
There is no obligation for the universe to make sense to you.
Yeah, my dad has been known on occasion to watch those kind of videos, and I'm quick to point out that they're complete rubbish, and usually point him to a video that completely debunks everything they were talking about. So I try to steer him away from believing all kinds of nonsense.
Oi,
Greetings.
You won't be disappointed.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh yeah.
Attack commences.
Activating the barrier. Barrier won't hold together. Barrier.
Owie.
This will heal you.
The breakthrough was near.
I'll just go back inside. Oh yeah, they will. People that make these videos are fairly skilled in finding ways to make the facts fit their twisted ideas of how reality works. They'll find all kinds of things that, in one way or another, seem to confirm their ideas, when in fact they do not. And often, if you analyze their views, they are self-contradictory. One explanation of one thing completely contradicts an explanation of something else related to that fact. And oftentimes, if you just think about it for a moment, those contradictions are blatantly obvious.
The universe is magnificent, isn't it?
Greetings.
Although, I've heard some devices like that actually work, but I don't know. I'm not sure. I haven't looked into it myself properly. You can get ones for cats and dogs, can't you, that actually work, right? Or no?
That music.
Because, I mean, the idea is sound.
This would help.
But in theory, anyway. Emitting it. Because there are devices you can get that will emit a high-pitched sound that only young people can hear. Over a certain age, people don't hear the high-pitched sound, which you can use to discourage young people from a certain area, which has been done in the past. And I've known people have like notification sounds or ringtones on their phone, which play a frequency that older people can't hear. So it would, by extension, it would make sense that you'd be able to play sounds that certain species can hear, but humans cannot.
You're going to be okay.
Yeah. Whether that sound has any deterrent power is another question entirely. But the science makes sense. The application, that's what's in question. I'm sure there are a variety of different devices on the market. The thing with the things like that, the supersonic devices, is it's very easy to fool people in buying fake ones because humans can't hear the sound, so how do you know it's actually working? You just have to trust that the device is working, because you can't detect the sound that it makes with your ears. So that would open up the quite easy possibility of companies making fake ones on the cheap and selling them for a huge profit, right? That doesn't necessarily mean that they're completely ineffective. It depends on which ones you have and whether the target creatures actually dislike the sound enough to avoid the area. But yeah, from what you said, maybe these experiments have been done and proved ineffectual. Oh.
Activating the barrier.
Oh yeah. Nice. Yeah, get rid of him. Nice.
Hello there. The payload has reached
Allow me to repair the damage.
The payload moves towards its predicted outcome. Serve the barrier.
Oh yeah. Oh. Oh, nice.
Hello there.
I reckon it. Shooting up. I can send you a request for it. I need to do that. Yeah, just load me up with all that health, thank you. Are we done? Are we done now? Are we finished? Are you finished? "25 player kill streak." What? Guys, come on, just kill them already. Come on now. The Bastion gonna come out the same door or the different door? Oh, it's coming out there. Oh no, Farragon in the way. Ah. There we go. Push the payload. Oh! Oh, almost. I lifted them up almost long enough. Oh, come on! Barrow's trying to kill me. There we go. 30 player kill streak. Oh, get on the payload! Yeah! Perfect. That ult is so good. Oh, 31 limbs. Hey, that was a really good game for me. Nice. Oh, so much objective time. That was probably my best game with Sigma so far.
Level up.
Now what tracer? Okay. Bum 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 bum. What's in the box? Oh, nice. Okay, good. Hell yeah. Yeah, conventional mousetrap maps are pretty nasty. It's true.
Traveling to Volskaya Industries. Prepare your defenses. Select your hero.
Okay. Volskaya?
There is.
Bum, bum, bum.
Attackers incoming. 30 seconds.
Double, triple, quadruple. Check your math.
Your mouth. I wonder how big those big floating things in the sky are exactly. I mean, if you look at it
Hello.
Hi there.
from here, it appears to have quite a few decks, right? You've got probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe 10 decks. That's a pretty chunky boy.
The experiment.
Like a cruise sky ship or something, right?
Activating the barrier.
Is it part of the skybox or is it an actual 3D
Unstable.
object? I suppose it would be possible to find out by just flying in that direction with that spectator mode on, just to see if it's an actual thing.
Thank you.
Yeah,
This would help.
exactly, danger. I've done that on Horizon Lunar Colony. I flew around the moon just to have a look around. Turns out things are a lot bigger than they appear.
My ultimate is charged.
Right. Interesting to have a look at that up close. Maybe over there as well. Look at these buildings. Although I don't know how much is part of the skybox and how much is actual 3D objects. Although it looks like those are 3D objects. There's slight parallax as I go back and forth, so probably, although they'll be very, very low detail. If you get right up against them, they'll won't look good at all.
The barrier.
Yeah, all the King of the Hill maps work like that, where they're all the same map. Because that makes it so you don't have a loading screen in between the rounds. Which is pretty good. And Lijiang Tower is probably one of the easier ones to actually see. The other levels, if you're in command center, right, the one in the actual tower, halfway up, you can actually see the other two. You can see Garden and Night Market. If you go right up the front of the map, where the big health pack is, go all the way to the edge of the tower. You'll need to do it as Farah or something, right? But if you do that, you can actually look down and you can see the other two maps.
My ultimate is ready.
Objective lost.
My ultimate is ready.
Defense point.
Observe the barrier.
That's probably the easiest one to see the others on. From certain perspectives in Ilios, it's possible too. Oh. I mean, Lijiang Tower itself, if made in real life, would be an extremely tall skyscraper. Very tall.
Activating the barrier.
Wonder if anyone's worked out exactly how tall Lijiang Tower is. Or whether there's any official measurement of it.
Barrier unstable.
It depends on what building materials you're using, right? And how you actually build it.
That music. It's playing again.
Because who knows, over time we're coming up with better and better construction materials. So yeah, eventually if you're using, say, steel, for example, it would collapse under its own weight. If you're using a very sort of just straight up kind of construction method. Something like Burj Khalifa uses a sort of very narrow kind of pyramid kind of structure where it's much wider at the bottom than it is at the top. So as it goes up, it's having to support it's built on less and less. So the further you go down, it's not completely squashed by all the weight above it because there's less and less as you go up. You know what I mean?
Play of the game. Triple kill. Quadruple kill.
Activating the barrier.
How do you spell Lijiang? I'm not sure. The old Tower of Lijiang is located on Lijiang Plain at an elevation of 2,400 meters south of. That's the elevation, not the actual height of the tower, right? Tower of Lijiang, China. Oh, it's an actual thing. It's an actual thing. Old town of Lijiang. Oh, okay. So Lijiang is an actual town that exists in China. So I suppose the tower itself is named after the Lijiang town, which is quite high up in altitude. That's deceptive because the result that Google came up with has an article of the actual place in China coupled with a screenshot from Overwatch.
Select your hero.
So, not helpful. Da-da-da.
There is no obligation for the universe to make sense to you.
Da-da-da. Yeah, there's no on the wiki there's no mention of how tall the actual tower is. So it might be worth trying to investigate how tall that tower actually is. Just for a bit of fun, you know? Try to figure it out. People try to manipulating search results. Yeah, that's not a new thing by any means. You do see if you like browsing Reddit and you occasionally sort by top post, you'll occasionally people be putting posts on there that say upvote this post so that X search result turns up with X content, right? So
If only the answers
like
were
just
simple.
putting a picture of green and then say upvote this so when people search for red they get this green or whatever, you know? Just stuff like that. Just silly things. And I think was it Bobby Kotick that that complained about people putting devil horns on him in images on the web because it made it harder for him to get dates or something?
Breakthrough was near. I could feel it.
Something like that.
Fire in the hole!
Yeah, that thing is not short.
Barrier in place.
Yeah. It's a widespread problem, I suppose.
Stardust to stardust.
Let's see if in trivia there's a mention of how tall the tower is. Nope. Okay. Yeah.
Tactical visor activated.
Legion Tower isn't the only tall tower though in the area. I mean, look at that. That's pretty tall. But over there's a really tall one too. That's pretty tall.
Activating the barrier.
No. Oh. You have to do stuff. All right, see you around. Thanks for hanging out with us for a while.
Barrier in place.
How the hell am I 9,942? Well, I've leveled up 9,941 times. So yeah, that's how I did it.
Elementary application.
Hello.
Hello there.
Yeah, I suppose so. Okay, wrong order. We got some free health.
First round, 1.
Dear me. Stop what? Who should stop what, Marsha? Oh, yawning? Okay. So what you're saying is I didn't try hard enough. Why is it so dark? I'll discharge my weapons wherever I want.
Capture the objective.
Um. What would exclamation mark time do? What would exclamation mark leaderboard do?
The universe. Isn't it?
Come here and get stabilized.
Ouch. If you want to check how long you've watched my stream, that's watch time. If you want to check how long you've followed me, that's follow age. Ouch. Okay, cool. Yeah, so much wasted space.
Hands off the merchandise.
Oh, thanks, BH Gaming, for the whip. For the follow. Welcome to the Grove. Yes. No. Aw. So, I could, in theory, go take a look at the other maps from this one. But the problem is, the round is almost done. Unless we take the point. I'll see if I can drift over there enough to do it. You can see the dropship for Garden, and all the way over there you can see Night Market.
Round 2, lost.
Nice. It's easier to do with Farah though.
1 to 1.
Has the new Q chimes changed how fast I level? Not in any significant way, because I'm playing tank.
System check initiated.
I've been playing tank recently, so it hasn't affected my queue times at all in any meaningful way. In fact, it's probably a bit faster because queue times are super low if you play tank. Once I play Ash, that will be after 10k has been reached, because I'll be playing other game modes until I hit 10k. And then I'll go back to quick play once I do. I finished Sigma on Tuesday or Wednesday morning, and Wednesday and Thursday will be Junkensteins and Quick Play Classic. And then Quick Play Classic will be most of my 10k stream. Before 10k, a few custom games as I'm running up to 10k itself, and then probably Quick Play afterwards. But yeah, if I was queuing as DPS, it would have definitely impacted my queue times, probably to the point where I would have only gotten about 6 levels in a day instead of 8. So yeah, I expect to level a lot less with the same amount of actual time investment with my 3 DPS heroes that I have next. Ashe, Sombra, and Widowmaker. And then I finish off with 2 tanks, Zarya and D.Va. Although Hero 32 may end up being support at a guess, so that may help as well. We'll see. Yeah, still doing that. Once I'm done with Sigma on Tuesday or Wednesday, I'll only have 5 heroes left to do, which is Ashe, Sombra, Widow, Zarya, and D.Va. Of course, Hero 32 will come along next month, so I'll be doing that one too. So 6 really. Have there been any other people that have gotten close to my level? The closest person to my level right now is around 1,300 levels behind me. So, yeah. Not super close. Yeah, I can show you my profile. So, this is all modes. I got an extra 50 for all modes, just because it was easy enough to do that. And then here is quick play. So yeah, Sigma, and then 5 more plus 32 when 32 comes out.
That music.
Defeat.
Boom, 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 boom.
Play of the game.
All your hours into Mercy. I do wonder if I'd not decided to do the rainbow. The equal hours in everybody. How many hours would I have in May? Mercy. Torbjorn. Another heroes I like. May would probably have the most. I'd probably have more hours in May than anyone has in any other hero, ever. By far. Imagine that. Because I've currently got, in quick play, a total of 6,979 hours, which isn't too far off 7,000 hours now. Imagine if I had 4,000 or 5,000 hours in May. That would be pretty insane. One would think I'd be pretty good with May after all that time, but who knows? I have 787,600 coins. Yeah, I can invite you, Lewis. Although, it is time for me to go on break, so I'm going to go on break before we do another. So, yeah, I'll be back in a few minutes. Odds of taking a break. Is there any limit for those? Nope. Well, there probably is, but it's so high you wouldn't be able to reach it. Credits probably have a limit of about 4.3 billion. Same as levels. So no way you're going to reach that anytime soon. If it's taken me several years to reach 1 million, to reach 4 billion... Yeah. About 4 million years. Anyway, I'll see you all in a few minutes when I've had a break. Okay. Hello. Returned I have. Back. I am. So. Shall we continue? I think so. I think you doing your own thing for a bit, Cedric? Ooh. Tank or healer would be preferred, but yeah, we'll see. Pokemon. Is the new one out on Switch? When is it? Official Pokemon website. Maybe it'll just have the launch date of the new game fairly front and center. No? 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 Pokemon Sword and Shield. When? 15th of November. Okay. So that's not too long to go then. Just a month. Yeah, never makes mistakes, Mulcher. Yeah, see, it even got your name right. This time. Yeah, I'll be doing custom games for my level 10k so that the most people can join me when it happens. Yeah, it's interesting to wonder what it thinks I say on occasion. Can we not do damage, please? It's so long. Oh yeah.
Gather at this position.
Oh, okay. Nah. About this one. Why half the sound's missing on that one? Very strange.
Double, triple kill.
Okay. A good team wipe, but nothing really fantastic. Ryzen or Intel build? It depends on what you're going to do with it. I've heard the AMD processors are good for streaming. So maybe you should. Maybe you should. Wah! Oh, there we go. Finally.
Prepare to attack. Select your hero.
They're each good for a different purpose, I suppose.
There is no obligation.
Each good for something else.
You come on.
Hello.
Hello.
Attack commences in 30 seconds.
Trissa, is it wrong for us to operate outside the law?
That's a difficult question, Orisa. I
Orisa.
think there are times when you just have to do what's right.
Orisa. Orisa.
Five, 4, 3, 2.
All right.
Attack commencing. Capture objective A.
Need to get ready for work. You don't have the energy to get up. I know how that is. Sometimes I get home from work and I sit down in a chair that's not my gaming chair, and then I'm like, oh dear, what am I supposed to do now? I can't be asked to get up. I sit there for a while, not doing anything. Just can't be asked to get up.
Please move behind the barrier.
Are they just going to let us take the point? Okay, maybe they want to stop us. Are they going to succeed? Yeah. So don't sit down until it's the chair that I can do things in. Yeah, probably a good idea.
The breakthrough was near. I could feel it. Da-da-dum, 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 da-da-dum. Get over here and heal.
Get out of here, monkey! No, kill the Hanzo, he's low. Just punch him. He's in the big room. The big health pack room. He's right there. He took the health pack. Oh no! Hi there, Faris.
That music. It's playing again. Ha! Ich read it.
Ooh, nice. Got the Hanzo eventually. The thing is though, a toilet isn't very good for long-term sitting. It's not super comfortable. It'd be interesting if someone makes somewhere a gaming chair toilet. And, you know, you've got the best of both worlds. You've got a comfy chair and a toilet in one. Genius. Add a cushion toilet seat. It would have to be a bit more than that, I think.
If only the answer.
Just poop on your chair. No.
Breaching the barrier.
Excuse me, Mercy. Stop using your res. Especially on the diva that needed her mech, and I basically gave her her mech by killing her. So Mercy could res her, and then she could summon her mech. Tracer is playing. Tracer? What is this?
The universe is magnificent, isn't it?
You could hook a remote screen up to your PC, yeah, in the toilet room, and then have like a mouse and keyboard in there too. Also hooked up. You can just play on the toilet. Would that mean you sit longer on the toilet than you need to? Possibly. Would it really matter? Probably not.
You got what's coming to ya.
That music.
Just get a console and set it up in the toilet. Console?
From the jaws of time.
Experience tranquility. Tactile visor activated.
Helden sterben nicht. Team up for special attack.
What a silly idea. Console. Ha! Oh man.
Play of the game.
You wanna join? I suppose I could arrange that. Let's play tanks and healers. Okay. Tanks and healers. Or quick queues. Yeah. He's not selecting. Lewis. 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 No, not damage. There we go. I think need to level up fast. Fast. Need to be at 43 very soon. And I'm not currently at that level. So that's unfortunate. What do you mean, what's with it? It exists, Walrus. It exists on my stream.
Welcome to Paris. Prepare to attack. Select your hero.
La 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 la. No, Wakes was suggesting that happens, right? Rather than it does. It should, right? Is that what you're saying, Wakes? That it should happen? Not that it does?
Is your most dependable ally. Peace be upon you.
Attack commences in 30 seconds.
I grow tired of waiting.
Greetings.
The universe flows through me.
That was your lesson for today.
What was my lesson for you?
Attack.
What was?
Capture objective A.
Yeah, everyone dies. What of it, Reaper? What of it?
Activating the
I
barrier.
haven't streamed in like 3 to 4 weeks. Lol. I guess you're not passionate enough about it to make sure it happens on the regular, huh?
Hold together.
Still gained 5 followers. Wow.
Unexpected but not unwelcome development.
Are they from this community or no?
Roadhog time.
Thank you. Thanks, McCree.
Heroes never die.
Activating the barrier.
Justice reigns from above.
Barrier is unstable.
You'll only get affiliate if you actively stream. Follows isn't the only requirement, remember.
The objective must be taken.
Wow. Let me have a look.
That was your lesson.
Stardust to stardust.
There's a list of requirements. Okay, so at least 500 total minutes broadcast in the last 30 days. So that's the equivalent of what, 8 hours? 8 hours and 20 minutes. At least 7 unique broadcast days in the last 30 days.
Let's get
The-
back in the fight.
Yeah, you need to have streamed for at least 7 days in the last 30.
Justice
Oops.
reigns from above.
An average of 3 concurrent viewers or more over the last 30 days. So for every stream, the average over the month needs to be at least 3 viewers.
That wasn't right at all.
And at least 50 followers. So those 4 requirements must be met.
Taking the
60
point.
seconds
Who's
remaining.
with me? My ultimate is almost ready.
Objective A captured. Commence attack on objective B.
Three viewers isn't many, in fact. You can just convince 3 other people you know just to stick your stream on every time you stream. For a week. And there you go.
Meteor strike.
Or have 3 different accounts, yeah. That aren't your own. I don't think your own counts. Might do. Not sure.
playing again.
Mm-hmm. 2 months until PC. Nice. Yeah, no. Rude.
With me.
That music,
Thank you.
it's playing again.
Yeah. Visibility is important, especially early on.
Our enemy rises again.
Hi there, D-Time. And you must be 13 years of age or higher. 13 years of age or older to be an affiliate as well. That's a legal requirement. That part is often left out, but yeah. It is a requirement. Some people would automatically fail because they're young'uns. Eh, 15. That's more than 13, so that's good. Hanzo didn't know what getting on the objective was. Thanks, Hanzo.
Play of the game. Epic.
That's how we do it.
Endorsements, please.
Welcome to Oasis. Prepare for battle. Select your hero.
There is no obligation for the universe to make sense to
No
you.
obligation.
Hey,
Ho ho ho!
Ho!
Hello.
Ho ho.
Sign up it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1.
Got a good flick today. Nice.
Barrier in place. Barrier
What? Barrier failed! No. I think that hit the roof.
Acknowledged.
Current command. Attack accepted.
Ish. What? Nice. Do you play comp in the morning, Wakes? Might be worth doing if you play well in the morning. Oh. How rude. How rude. No. What's that a link to?
No, that wasn't right at all.
Licky flick. Okay.
Observe the barrier.
Oh. 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 Did you have to change your underpants then, or did you just sit in it?
The breakthrough was near. I could feel it.
We changed them? Good. Good, good.
Activating the barrier.
The equations were correct.
Yeah, about 1,000 more levels.
Try elsewhere.
And you'll be there. Not too shabby.
Best round lost. Score 0-1.
If only the world could see the wonders that science has built.
Do you know what that's all about, Reeve?
3, 2, 1. Round 2. Capture the objective.
Hey,
Hello.
let me buy you a drink.
Wow, thanks.
The objective is now
Need 22 more tree bits, but you can't get 22 unless you donated 11 bits. If you have 11 bits and donate 11 bits, then you'd have 5555. But that's the only way. You can't do it any other way. You'd have to do it before you receive more tree bits for free.
Let's try that again.
Although if you waited, you'd get 20 tree bits for free, and then you'd only need to donate 1 bit.
Thank you.
This is my will.
Let me buy you a drink.
A gift for you.
You get 10 tree bits every 10 minutes, or 20 tree bits every 10 minutes if you're a subscriber. £89. What a fortune. Well, you're richer than I am right now, Wakes.
That music. It's playing again.
Open up a random drawer. Oh, look, £10. Seems good.
Taking the point.
That music. It's playing again.
Group up here. Group up with me. Join me.
Ouch.
That music. It's playing again.
You've been saving for a year for your PC.
Apagando las luces.
Nice.
I'm on the objective.
Surrender to my will.
Yeah, I know.
If we are to progress, we must claim the objective.
£100. Yeah, 1,000. Yeah, that's better.
You have my thanks. Understood.
Sombra died, it did.
Gale the Mahol.
Nice.
Score 1-1.
So, the Hong Kong protests are about 5 issues. They want the extradition bill completely withdrawn, which was the reasons for the protest to start in the first place. The extradition bill will give China the right to basically extradite anyone from Hong Kong to China. Basically, if anyone does anything wrong, they can basically grab them from Hong Kong and put them in Chinese jail or whatever.
5, 4,
The Hong Kong population didn't want that to go through, so they started protesting, and it's morphed into more now. There's 4 other things. 2, a commission of inquiry into alleged police brutality. So they want the government to investigate the police brutality that they've been subject to during the protests, which recently got someone shot at point-blank range. So one of the police officers recently shot a protester in the chest at point-blank range. Yeah, that's not right. Shouldn't happen. 3, retracting the classification of protesters as rioters. So they don't want to be classified as rioters because they're not, essentially. That seems reasonable enough. 4, amnesty for arrested protesters. So they want the people that have been arrested so far to be forgiven, basically. And so yeah, okay. We'll let you all go. That's fair enough. Especially the people that haven't done anything wrong. And then the 5th thing the Hong Kong protesters are wanting is dual universal suffrage, meaning for both the Legislative Council and the Chief Executive. So at the moment, only half the government is in Hong Kong is elected by the people. So they want the whole government to be elected by the people, not just half of it.
I'm on fire.
And that's fair enough too. So none of the demands they're asking for are unreasonable. They're all fairly easy to accomplish. But yeah, because of one-party rule, it's difficult to obtain them, because if that one party doesn't like their demands, then they don't have to. They can just sit by and not do anything. Fine, just ignore their demands and hope it all goes away. Yeah, indeed, waits. The vast majority of the protesters do not want independence for Hong Kong, or at least are not demanding it. So people that are getting the wrong idea, thinking that liberate Hong Kong or free Hong Kong means an independent Hong Kong, that's not what they're after. They just want to be given more democratic freedoms, and they don't want their protests to be criminalized by the Chinese government. That's pretty much it. Withdraw the bill entirely that they didn't like. Make sure that their protests are not illegal. And give them the ability to vote all of their government in, not just half of it. Simple. It's not radical stuff. It's not objectionable stuff, really, to any reasonable person. Ah, good day, Christian.
Play of the game. Double kill. Double kill.
All right. What? Ooh, that's a chunky amount of XP. Still a little bit behind in terms of how much I need to level today, but should be okay. There you go, there's a link to answer that question, Reeve. You can have a look into it.
Now arriving at
Got to diamond yesterday.
Prepare for battle.
Diamond border or diamond rank?
Select your hero.
Nice. You lost 70 SR yesterday. That's rude. You know what you did wrong? Well, do you know why you lost?
There is no obligation for the universe to make sense to you.
What did you do wrong? What did you do wrong? Because you didn't play perfectly, so what did you do wrong?
Round one. Capture the objective.
G'day, cover.
That's irrelevant in your rank. What did you do wrong as the hero you played? So far you haven't identified anything you did wrong, but you must have done some stuff wrong. So what was it?
The objective is now.
If only the answers were simple.
Rendezvous at my position. G'day, mate.
So maybe your playstyle is a bit too aggressive? Is that what you're saying?
Group up with me.
I am ready to unleash power.
G'day, cover. My ultimate's ready.
You have to remember that climbing an SR has absolutely nothing to do with other people and everything to do with you. What are you doing to climb? It's completely irrelevant what other people are doing to climb because they're not you, you are. What are you doing to climb? And if the answer is, well, nothing really, just hoping for the best, then you're not going to climb.
It's playing.
Right? Yeah. It's all about self-analysis. When do you do well? When do you do badly? How can you make your doing well be more common? And your doing badly less common? What's the difference? Why are they different? Are those habits going to translate well to higher skill brackets or not? Because sometimes some habits will work well in bronze or silver, but not work well in gold or plat, right?
Hello there.
Five, four, three, two, one. Round two. Capture the objective.
Hello there.
Yeah, so you're making bad plays, is what you're saying. You're not making the best decisions.
Enemy turret ahead.
Ultimate economy is very important. Wasting your ult can cost the entire match. But at the same time, not using it can also cost the entire match. It's about using it at the right time and using it enough. Use it when it matters. No. No Halloween event in 2 hours. It's Sunday. That'd be silly.
Haven't we done this before?
Thank you.
Spotted a turret.
Look at this health pack. It's not centered.
Hey there.
It's off to one side.
Within my sight.
How could you do this, Blizzard?
Hello.
Dahi Enoch.
Bap. The maintenance at 15th, yeah. Tuesday the 15th of October.
Enemy turret within my sight.
Oh no!
Hello.
Bow.
An unexpected Unexpected?
Unexpected. Oh, someone went AFK too long. What I suggest, Wakes, is you go onto Unit Lost channel, Stylosis channel on YouTube, and watch his Overanalyzed series. He reviews people's comp matches and points out what they're doing wrong. It's possible that you can learn a lot from those, so have a look. He's got videos for most heroes, probably several of each.
Score
I've been watching those myself.
2-1.
Quite informative.
You never amount to anything. We shall see, brother.
I know, Walrus, but it's still interesting to see those kind of analysis videos.
4, 3,
Yeah, you could join Manhunt
1. Round 3. Capture the objective.
to see what mistakes people are making and how easy it is to, you know, point it out and figure it out and all that kind of stuff. People ask me for advice even though I don't play comp, so it's good to know the answers. Ouch. I think there have been a few videos recently though of people playing Genji. I'm not sure though. But generally, a lot of the advice is giving out, even if it's for each video is generally focused on one particular hero, but a lot of the advice goes for everyone, right? So general strategies on how to actually play the game. He tends to go through those every single time, in one way or another. So if you like playing DPS, look for some DPS hero videos. If you like playing healer, look for some healer videos. If you like playing tank, look for some tank videos. Generally, the advice in them should be fairly similar to the advice you'd need for your hero.
That music, it's playing again.
Anna checking in.
Soldier 76, reporting for duty.
Marked by the dragon.
Oh no! Shoot that thing!
That music, it's
Ouch. Excuse me. Quick play. Comp. Lots of Genji, some Zarya, some McCree, some Bastion, some Reinhardt, some Anna, some Doomfist. 13 seconds of Torbjorn. Right.
Level up.
Looks like I'm about half an hour behind where I need to be. Unfortunate. But I may catch up, I may not. Damage? You want to make it worse?
Piece of cake.
I need to catch up. Spieler Styler, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Yeah, level 10k will be huge. Yeah, 5 figures. Minerai, do you really want to delay everybody by playing damage? He's not invoiced though. Oh, I was going to do an angry face, but oh well. After Tuesday, it's fine, but not until then. %78% win rate with Anna. So what stopped you playing Anna?
Now entering King's Row. Prepare your defenses. Select your hero.
There is no obligation for the universe to make sense to you.
Hello there.
Turing Green. So there's rumours that the animated short that we may get at BlizzCon is going to feature Zenyatta. That'd be neat. We've basically had very little to zero lore for Zenyatta, basically. Yeah, all we've got to go on is his various voice lines about various subjects. Which doesn't really tell us much. It'd be nice to get more. Get in the immortality field! Where's it gone? I gotta regen my shield. My barrier. My barrier. For your own safety, get behind the barrier. No.
The universe is
Da-da-dum. Ooh. My barrier. And I'm a barrier.
No one.
I'm in my face.
that music. It's
Ba ba ba.
Let them up.
Are we not gonna kill them? No? Okay. Step it up, Dave. Nah. Nah. Da, 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 ba, ba, da, da. Yeah, exactly. I'm floating. I can't do any steps. Exactly. Is he going to say float it up instead? Because, yeah, that would be more appropriate.
It's playing again.
And then I'd just go to where he is and alt and then just float up into the sky. And there we go. Floating it up. Easy.
Hands off the merchandise!
Immortality feels down. Watch yourself.
Thanks, DJ D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the follow. Welcome to the group. Ooh wee! Aw. How rude.
The equations were correct.
Da-da-da-man.
No one can hide from my sight.
Hiya! Aw.
Activating the barrier.
Blizzard likes unbalanced stirrers. No. No. No.
That wasn't right at all.
Hello.
Doomfist. Doomfist is and has been horribly broken for a long time. They keep trying to fix his bugs and sometimes succeeding.
Barrier in place.
Get behind the barrier.
But they are nerfing him in the next upcoming patch on Tuesday. So that may help alleviate some concerns some people have.
It's just so simple.
Oh, whoops a daisy. Deliberately putting an unbalanced 2 in the game makes it less unfun. Makes it more unfun, right? Less fun. Less fun for everybody. So it's not in their best interest to do that.
Get off the stage.
Wake up, sleepyhead.
Yeah, maybe.
Observe the barrier.
I'm still waiting on the letter. There you go away, Reaper, you silly Billy. Put some hype music on. No?
No, that wasn't right at all.
Wake up, sleepyhead.
Hey, I'm making my way over to the point. It's fine. Ouch. I've tried more energetic music before. It doesn't do anything for me.
Play of the game. Double kill. Triple kill.
Triple.
Wake up, sleepyhead.
Electric shock. How would I do that? Without breaking something. Cocaine. Yeah, don't have any of that on me.
Wake up, sleepyhead.
Oi. It's a loot box.
I can bench more
Traveling to Havana.
Is an energy drink not the option? Didn't do anything for me. Tried that for a while. Didn't help. Oh, damn it. I was trying to select Sigma. I was just trying to select Sigma. Alright, yeah. But why weren't they in a queue?
Wake up, sleepyhead!
Game found.
Wake up, sleepyhead!
Have we found a game?
Now traveling to Busan. Prepare for battle.
Okay, Busan. It is. Mm-hmm.
There is no obligation
I
for the
imagine the
universe to
worst
make sense to
possible.
you.
Now, avoid.
Activating the barrier.
I'm already sleepy because that happens to me quite a bit. Hello.
What a curious
5, 4, 3,
My ultimate is
1. Round
Especially when my sleep isn't amazing. It really impacts me quite hard.
Greetings.
Enemy turret ahead.
Wake up, sleepyhead!
Oh, whoops a daisy. Da-da-da-na-na-na-na-na-na. I went for a swim.
The breakthrough was near.
Enemy turret ahead.
Hey, rocks! Ah, no, less laser beams. No, get your laser beams out of my face. Ah, jeez, I should have put my barrier down. I keep forgetting about that. Sorry, kill me again.
Enemy turret ahead.
If only the answers.
Enemy turret destroyed.
Heroes never die.
Enemy turret destroyed.
No, stop it. Hey. What happened?
Wake up, sleepyhead!
Hydra flask.
the name's McCree.
No, the brand is Camelback.
It's playing again.
From Aldi. I bought it from Amazon, but Camelback sells there. stuff all over the place. No, stop! Ah, jeez. Yeah, I'm just getting wrecked.
That music, it's playing again.
Watch out for that turret!
Watch out for the turret! Oh, jeez. I just got on to the point.
First round lost. Score 0-1.
Making you tired? No, I can't make you tired. I can only help you realize what you already are.
Why are you so angry? 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 Why are you
I
so
understand.
angry? Why are you so angry?
Understood. I understand.
Why are you so angry?
Capture the objective.
Why are you so angry?
Check in.
Why are you so angry?
The power of destruction.
Diva, 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 diva. Ouch. So what I mean is if you're already tired but don't realize it, I'm only helping you realize it. Right. I'm not making you tired, I'm just helping you realize you were tired already. You get me? You understand?
Surrender to my will.
The equations were correct.
Jenny. Okay.
This objective must be ours.
I excited the enemy.
Activating the barrier.
Oh, jeez. Just feeding. That's all I'm doing.
Stardust.
Are you gonna? Are you going? You gonna go sleep? Or are you saying that to me? Because I'm sleepy. And I should go get some rest. Saying it to me.
Enemy turret ahead.
If only the answers were.
If only the answers were da-da-dum. That would make things easier.
Observe the barrier.
Okay, there we go. I got 2 kills. Alright. Ah, no! You're wide awake, but you said I'm making you tired, so which is it? Wide awake, tired. Yeah. 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 Well, in light of the situation, I think it would be wise for me to wrap up for the day, because, yeah, this is no state to be playing. So this is just throwing, not playing. And not intentional throwing, just accidental throwing. So yeah, I'm gonna pop off and get some rest. Yeah, only two more streams of Sigma, Monday and Tuesday. That should happen on Tuesday. I'll probably have a quick look at the new content in terms of the cosmetics, but won't do any Junkensteins until Wednesday. So on Wednesday and Thursday, I'll be helping people with the Junkenstein achievements and stuff like that. If people wish, because why not? As long as I'm leveling up at a fairly decent rate, I don't mind doing that. Oh yeah, I was definitely happy when I got 500 quid from one person in one day. That was very, very nice. Some rich Saudi prince, you know, something like that. Anyway, thanks very much, everyone, for stopping by today. Apologies for the shorter stream, but I didn't sleep too well last night. But yeah, special thanks to Kronos and Spiel for the Twitch Prime subscriptions. Kronos 8 months resub, so yeah, very nice. I'm just tired. I need some rest. As you've seen why already, right? So yeah, I'm gonna pop off and I'll be back tomorrow. But yeah, hopefully I'll get some better sleep tonight, so I don't have to end so early. But I'll send you all over to Boss, and yeah, be back upon the morrow. Thanks to True Gaming for sponsoring my stream. You can check them out in the panels below, should you so desire.